Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good because you can never divorce me now.
Why not? I mean, I wouldn't want to, but
I know,
why
but you
not?
can't divorce me now. It's just like a judge would laugh you out of court. It's true.
They wouldn't allow me to leave the marriage? Why not?
Because I bought you an impeccable gift. A gift, not just a gift, but like a way of life that a judge would just say, like, if you try to divorce me, he'd say, go to hell.
That's how the court system works.
He would say, hey, lady, go to hell. How about that? And I have to agree with him. Because I got you, I got you 8 forks, 8 spoons, 8 dinner spoons, 4 teaspoons, 8 knives.
That's what really seals it, the 2 different kinds of spoons.
Yeah, I'm not a clown. I'm not a joke. I'm a man. And
those are big spoons. Those are like, you can
yeah, I'll say.
You can stir a nice bechamel with those bigger spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a bechamel? Is that when like 2 women talk in the movie?
The bechamel test.
Yeah.
It's like the white French sauce.
The white French sauce?
Yeah.
I thought that was something else. So what was, doesn't matter. I got you utensils.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look at that lovely bechamel sauce.
What is it? What do you put it on?
Nice and thick. It's one of the French mother sauces.
Look, these people, they wonder why Hitler was able to be like, just roll the tank. Just roll the tanks over. It's fine. No, yeah. Now we own it. Now we own France. See how easy that was? Listen to me when I talk.
If they called their
that was how France got invaded by Hitler. Just roll. No, the tanks are on our side. Put it on their side. Now we own it.
If they called
because they're too busy making mother sauces.
If they called their dressings father sauces, they wouldn't be conquered so easily.
Well, that's what the Germans are the only ones. I mean, like, to their credit, and there's a lot of things against them or me. I mean, I'm technically. I realized later in life now is that I'm not actually even German. Like, I've always been like, well, I was go Che, but like, and that's kind of German, and they speak German, but I'm actually Slovenian apparently. At least that's where that's where I would be if my family had stayed in Europe. That's where they were. What is now Slovenia is my point. Where Luka Doncic is from.
So Goche is Slovenian.
Well, I mean, does Slovenia have a language or do they speak German? Because they speak, Goche speaks German, I think. I don't know. I don't care. They get a little dumb. I mean, what am I going to do? Did I marry Miss Goche? No, I married you. All right? So I don't care. Honestly, I can give a damn about Goche. They're all probably just rats. I'm sick of trying to like bring some light to these people.
Honestly, that would be good if you wanna really rise your star. I don't know why I phrased
rise my star.
If you really want to lift your star up in
Yeah.
this world, you should really create a Miss Goche beauty contest.
You're right. I'll raise something else. You know what I mean? You know how? Not using any Goche women. Because we've covered before how the Miss Goches were not exactly,
No, that's what you have to use Goche women.
No, that
would be the appeal of it. All the women would just look like you.
No, we have to get rap girls from rap videos, and with the booties, and it's Miss Goche 2024. Now, speaking of rap, see, all right, before I even get into this, I feel like we're doing this wrong. We're doing it right, but doing it wrong to make money. Because on the Patreon episode, it should be the other way around. I teased that I wrote the greatest rap couplet of all time. And now I'm going to reveal it on the show. Which should be like, hey, we have this moneyed platform where you can pay for. That's where you should reveal stuff. But whatever, because I'm not some grifter. That's how you know the Patreon's good. All right? So... I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, just, speaking of that, we have a Patreon. It's called Patreon. It's Patreon, not called patreon.com/RayCump. It is patreon.com/RayCump. You get an extra episode every week for $5 a month. Nice deal, says me, perhaps. So, speaking of Patreon, can you
yeah.
When you're silent like that, it sounds like I'm selling a bill of goods. It sounds like I'm selling on a leaky apartment. Just say, yeah, I like it too.
I love the Patreon
Good
episodes.
Great. There's no.
Sorry, I was trying to.
There's no rats on the Patreon. Why would there be?
I was just trying to let you deliver a clean monologue about it. I didn't want to.
You want to clip it and put it onto Rachel Maddow show with a commercial? like I'm selling my online gold bank. Digitalgold.com. Right comes guarantee. You're guaranteed to make money. I should sell things, faulty things, inventions. I should. Edison used to steal inventions all the time from people. Patents, steal them. I should do that. That should be my whole thing. Is like I'm gonna do like a Lex Fridman, and don't say Friedman. I was watching him today to moderate the debate between Ben Shapiro and Destiny. And you think, oh, Ben Shapiro is debating a stripper? No, apparently this learned man is just some guy who played the game Destiny, I guess, and that's his name. Why is his name Destiny? Did he play Destiny?
Well, that's his handle.
But like, what game did he play as a streamer?
I don't know.
Was he playing Destiny?
Is there a game called Destiny?
A very big one. I don't know what it is. I never played. I mean, I play certain games. I've been playing the RoboCop game, which is awesome. Why did no one tell me there was a RoboCop game? I love RoboCop. Haven't I established that enough? It's a great game.
Keep telling me I don't even know. I don't know the half of how good this game is.
So great. I mean, you can watch me, but you decide not to. They're all itching. I haven't streamed on Twitch in forever. You could watch me play RoboCop. You choose not to. That's your choice. Because I'm just sitting there like a machine, whatever, whose family was murdered. It turned me into a robot. So, I wrote, but the reason, and I think maybe we'll make some merch out of this rap couplet, right? Maybe a hoodie, maybe a shirt, maybe a hat, maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't made any merch in a while.
I think this couplet, the contents of this rap couplet, would make it would make a good shirt. It would be intriguing to look at.
Okay, should I get? Is that enough teasing? Is that enough sensational teasing?
Yeah, let's go back. Let's get back to it.
What is the rap couplet?
What is the rap couplet?
Yo, can I get a beat? I don't know if it's a good beat or not. Well, you were getting sex, Ed. Get rid of the beat. The beat's not good. I can't do it with the beat.
I can't really do beats.
Yeah, that's not good. Ruins it. No, stop. No beat. You stay out of it this time. Because honestly, it was good. And I just realized before we reveal it, well, you were getting sex, Ed. I sound like I don't know what I sound like. Crazy Lou's stereo fucking salesman. Well, you was one more time. Well, you were getting sex, Ed. I was getting sex, head. So I didn't say it was a song; it's a couplet. But my plan was to sell that to a rapper.
Yeah, you were. I said we should reveal the rap couplet on the show, and you were like, and you were very confidently like, no, I really want to sell it. Yeah, I did. I thought like, look, it's a good enough line that like a guy would be like, who's a rapper already, would be like, yeah, it's not bad. I'll give you 10 grand for it. 10 grand? Yeah, 10 grand. What is he gonna give me? 500? I'm not gonna give it away for $500. You think you're gonna get 10 grand for? I mean, he's gonna make $1 million. Make $1 million of that. That's the kind of line. It's like, that song was like, da na na na, I'm the OG. You know that song? You don't though, but you do know it. You know why? Smoke weed every day. That's and like that. If without that, it's a good beat. I love the beat. Na, 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 it's I don't know the words, but it's a great song. But still, what do people quote? That smoke weed every day. Right? Yeah, this could be your smoke weed every day. That's my smoke weed every day. The only thing, you don't think that they play that song to this day? You don't think that's worth 10 grand? That line? If someone was like, how much? We got to pay Fat Ray for that song, for that line, that couplet. Well, how much do you want for it? 10 grand. Cut it. I'm not paying them 10 grand for that. You know what a tragedy that would be? I mean, you're not even a rap person, you know that. I'm barely a rap person, and I know that. Do you think that they paid 10 grand to buy smoke weed every day? I'm saying if it came down to it, they should have. If it was a question,
They would have, or if they were smart. I don't know. I mean, they might have wrote that themselves. But you know, there's plenty of DJs out there, you know, who make beats on the side, sell them. You don't think Nas would buy a beat off a guy? He buys beats all the time. What do you think? Nas is sitting there with like an NPC, like, you know, programming beats, trying to do free loops? Nas don't. No. He might try to. Kanye does, because where Kanye came from. Kanye was making beats for Jay on the Blueprint. While you were making the Blueprint, I was eating Cool Mint. See, it's not as good. But I can make a whole song out of that. Well, you were getting sex ed. I was eating sex ed.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, I screwed up. I had eating. It says I was getting.
I thought it was when you.
This is why I want to sell it. I can't perform it like consistently in concert. Yes.
You don't like.
First of all, you convinced me to say it on the show.
I thought it was when you were in sex ed. I was getting sex ed.
Well, you were taking sex ed. I was getting
sex ed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just screwed it up. This is my point. This is why I wanted to sell it to an actual rapper. And you convinced me not to. And now you better sell this on the show. You better, like, in wrestling, even though I hate wrestling, you better in wrestling cadence put me over here or put this line over. Because you convinced me to throw 10 grand away.
Well, I do think it evokes a great image, you know? It's like a guy who skips sex ed to get some sex head. That's a really cool guy.
Well, no, he skipped it. I guess it's implied that he skipped it. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine him sort of like on the aqueduct trail right by the school getting sex ed.
It doesn't sound as cool. It
Maybe
sounds
from
like
a slimy teacher.
All right, so you took it very literally. All right. My idea was this guy was just a guy. I mean, he might just be older. It might be something you say, like, you know, while you youngins were chomping at the bit, I was eating tit. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
But like you're taking it literally, like, hey guy, like a bunch of like, pimpled kids, you know, high school, and like, hey, when you were in sex ed class, I was in the head from a greasy teacher. This doesn't seem fun. You've turned it into a molestation story.
Yeah.
Not as sexy. You know?
Sure.
It's more about just like, hey, I've been in the game longer. But you turned it into, hey, guess where I was, boys? Much weirder. This is why we should have sold it to a rapper who would have known how to build context for this. So we might make some.
There might be there. Honestly, that context might appeal.
Get your sex head T-shirts and hoodies coming next week.
That context might appeal to a really specific rapper.
That's
right?
not who we're appealing to. I don't want that.
You could sell it to like a guy.
A pedophile rapper?
No, but like a guy who talks about those issues. Like you know, maybe there's a guy out there named Lil Traumatized. Who is like, this is perfect. It really paints the kind of images.
Get your Little Traumatized hoodies. Also coming next week. We're gonna have mock-ups designed. Little Traumatized. Yeah, no, this is great. You're right. This is way better than 10 grand. We'll probably sell 4 hoodies.
Well, look, we can still say we're still open to selling the rights to this.
You can't just sell the rights once it's been you know, it's out there now. I have not protected my trademark, as it were.
Mm. Yeah, well, maybe look.
That's your response.
Well, maybe some people will steal it.
Yeah.
And write songs about it, and they'll get big, and then we'll be kind of part, or you'll be kind of part of the legend behind it.
I'm always part of the legend. I want some vinyl siding on a house I don't own. All right, I want at least an above ground pool somewhere. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Give me something, a fishing pole. I'll have to go fishing sometime. Where can I fish in New York City? I can't afford to get to the country.
I'm sure they'll let you fish in the
Hudson
or the East River.
Imagine me just sitting in.
I think there's some fish in the East River now.
Sure. I put them there. Oh, God. Welcome to the show. This is so demoralizing, so degrading.
I'm sorry that but look, this is your sandbox. This is where all your great ideas belong.
You're just here like you're just like what does this remind me of? Like the end of The Shining? You're like the guy in the bathroom in The Shining. You've always been the caretaker. It's fine. No, you want to write a book? No, kill your family. What are you talking about? Write a book. What are you gonna write? Eat, Pray, Love? Jack, is that what you're gonna write? This is you in The Shining. What's your book? What are you gonna write? Field of Dreams? Shh, get along. Take the axe. William Macbeth over here. Could have been a rapper. Now, I have here a tab on my thing. It says, did we cover this already? Exotic pita bread?
No, I don't think we did.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure we didn't.
Okay. Do you stand by this?
I don't know what there is to stand by. It's just a fact.
You think pita bread's exotic?
No. I never said it was exotic.
Well, all right. You look. Let's just get to the bottom. So I was ordering off Target. I was lamenting to you because you bought some hummus, and I thought I'd be nice and get some pita bread.
Yeah, that was nice.
You ran out. We gave it was none enough pita bread, and I said I can't get Target doesn't have any pita bread. And you said, well, that makes sense. It's a little exotic for Target. When do you think pita bread was invented?
I just think it's a little specific for Target.
What do you think Target has? Like, you think Target's a bodega?
They got some cereal. They got some bread.
They have every cereal, probably. What cereal do you think they wouldn't have at Target? Name a cereal they wouldn't have at Target.
I don't think that they would have the weird keto cereals.
I bet they would.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
What's the weird keto? Oh, you mean Magic Spoon?
Magic Spoon.
They have keto. They have it there. Maybe not. They have it on. You can order it at the website.
All right, fair enough.
Who has keto? But no one has Magic Spoon. Like one store I saw.
Can you even get eggs at Target?
Yes, of course you can get eggs. When's the last time you were at Target in like 1999? Now I have to be like the guy defending Target. They have like rows and rows. All our food comes from Target. What are you talking about?
They farm the food at Target.
We get all these the Amy's frozen, the tortellinis, whatever I buy for you. It's all from Target. What do you think? I'm ordering off farmersmarket.com? I don't know why this is a topic. Why are we discussing this?
I don't know. But look, yeah, I still think pita bread. I still think of pita bread as a little exotic, and I remember when it was even more exotic.
Do
you remember when pita bread and hummus was like kind of an exotic?
I remember when hummus came out, and you only get it with pretzel, like little pretzel circles. They look like vaginas made of pretzel. You could dip them in. Sabra would make them. Yeah. Sabra, who I don't want to get sued, but as a rapper, if I was a rapper, I'll say this way. If I was a rapper, I'd rap about Sabra hummus making me gassy. But I'm not a rapper. So I guess I'll just leave that be. Right? Because I don't want to get shot in the face. Now, I just wanted to cover that topic. It's been on my stream deck for months. But one day, I don't even remember when it happened, but you said Peter was exotic. And it's been driving me crazy. Anyway, moving on. This must scare you.
What?
This mother going to jail. Because that could be you vis-a-vis me.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not my mother. But so, all right. So the mother has been...
you think one day if you do something...
I would never do that. But I mean,
know you wouldn't. But you think that one day if you did something truly morally despicable...
Yeah.
They would hold me responsible because I didn't see the warning signs?
They might. What
would be the warning signs?
I mean, constantly talking about fusing a gun to my hand.
That's a good point, actually. Oh, man, that would look so bad in court.
It would.
Especially the amount we talked about it in public. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
If you actually did that and did something horrible with it, oh, my God, I would get no sympathy.
Imagine if
the amount of times you just monologued about it, and I've just sit here cackling. It would it'd be all so incriminating.
But all I did was put some industrial glue on my hand and put it on the gun. It's not really a gun. It's not really a gun hand. But I mean, like, you have to be like, well, that's not what he meant.
Yeah.
He didn't mean he was going to glue his hand to a gun.
Oh, God.
He meant more like he was going to melt a gun to his bones. Somehow.
This is paltry compared to what he wanted to do.
Right. He wanted. You ever see Final Fantasy VII or Mega Man? Think Mega Man, but more gross. Gross Mega Man. Scroll up a little.
If he had shown that to me, if he had shown what it really is to me, I would have said, not worth it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You glue your hand, just glue it? No. Melt the gun onto a bone in your wrist. Jury finds Jennifer Oh, God. Here's what this headline should read. And it's going to seem insensitive when I read you what it actually says. It should read, jury finds Jennifer Crumbley guilty of having the worst last name in history.
Crumbley is a terrible last name.
But it actually says jury finds Jennifer Crumbley, the Michigan school shooter's mother, guilty of manslaughter.
I wonder if it, honestly, her name being Crumbley may have contributed to her conviction.
I think if I was her lawyer, that's my whole appeals case. Her name is this wouldn't happen if her name was Jones. Her name was Jennifer Anna Maria. Nope.
Crumbly. That's just
Crumbly.
It's so weak.
It's weak. Yeah, you picture like a coffee cake, but also like a kid's head crumbling.
Yeah.
It's bad on a lot of levels. You just picture all those kids crumbling. You know, you picture the metaphorical defense of our schools crumbling. Jury finds Jennifer Crumbley. Crumbly. What kind of name is? I mean, even if you just take the meaning out of Crumbly, just think of it. Just the way it sounds. Crumbly.
If your name is Crumbly, change it.
Yeah.
There's no way anyone can treat you as a serious or trustworthy person.
If your name was Pumbly, change it.
Yeah.
Sumbly. Like Blee.
Any Blee. Yeah.
Blee is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, my name's Kump, and so I understand. But at least it sounds kind of like Kump. Crumbly. Blee. It's not. I mean, just think about it. If I walked around, if I was a big man, big strong man, right, walking around the streets of crime, and I just kept going Blee, Blee, I would be attacked immediately. No one would tolerate that. If I was the head of a gang, I would be, what's the word? Macbeth or Hamleted or what happens if you kill your gang leader? That I would get fragged.
Usurped?
I'd be fragged. Yeah, I'd be usurped.
Yeah.
Immediately. Who's a famous usurp? Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
They would brutalize me. Is that where brutal comes from?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, I just realized that. I'm a word detective. So jury finds Jennifer Crumbley, the woman with the worst name in history, and the mother of the Michigan school shooter, guilty of manslaughter. Let's read a little about this. I gotta know. This seems like legally questionable.
A Michigan jury convicted a school shooter's mother of involuntary manslaughter Tuesday in the killings of 4 students in 2021.
If it's involuntary, you shouldn't be able to be accused of involuntary. Here's the thing: our legal the legal system in our country is too pompous. I'm gonna go out on a limb. It's just too pompous because they want to be eloquent all the time. There are a bunch of people who can't speak Latin usually, throwing Latin words around like they're Latin rappers, right? And it's just idiotic. It should be unintentional manslaughter, right? She didn't intend to do it. Involuntary makes it seem like she couldn't stop herself.
But isn't all manslaughter unintentional?
Fair point. It shouldn't even be a crime. Involuntary manslaughter. What does that mean? Involuntary.
If you look clumsy enough while you're killing someone, we'll just let you go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess murder. Well, murder implies premeditation, right? It's not what's the thing? Not unintended. Like you can intend to kill you can intend to do the thing that kills somebody. Murder implies that you planned it, right?
Isn't that just premeditated murder though?
No, murder implies premeditation.
But if you walk in on your wife sleeping with another guy and you do the whole bang bang thing, that's like
that's why they
still murder, right?
It depends. I mean, if you look, that's the thing. A lot of times you can they try to get manslaughter because I mean, like you can argue that. In those cases, often you would argue, I didn't know until the moment happened, right? If you're making that case. I didn't come with the gun. I just had the gun. You would try to establish I didn't, I saw it happen. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like temporary insanity, right? Like, or crime of passion, right?
Yeah.
You don't do crime of passion, you just say, then I murdered her. No, the whole point is that you're trying to get manslaughter or something.
Right.
Or, or community service. Look, I killed that guy for humping, give my wife the dirty humps. But I'll clean the gym, the local gym, the rec center. And if any of those kids have sex with my wife, I'll shoot them too. Stop having sex with my wife. I'm right. I actually am writing a screenplay about a bunch of not kids, like young adults, because it's just kids would make it weird. Yeah, young adults who keep having sex with this guy's wife because it's the only way they can get their rec center clean. It's like this is what? Oh, sorry. What? Go ahead. What? I was just gonna keep reading those. Go ahead and read it. Interrupt my rec center movie. My movie about a rec center. Starring Matt Dillon. It sounds great. Over the Edge. Prosecutors say Jennifer Crumbley had a duty under state law to prevent her son, who was 15 at the time, from harming others. She was accused of failing to secure a gun and ammunition at home and failing to get help to support Ethan Crumbley's mental health. Ethan Crumbley. Well, the kid's name... Is owning a gun illegal or isn't it? How is the kid supposed to have mental health when his name is Ethan Crumbley? Hey, Crumbley, you got some crumbles in your pants, Ethan. Ethan Crumbley. Ethan Crumbles. You made some Ethan Crumbles in your pants. Ethan Crumbley. This is every day they're saying this. What are those? Wait, when he's in the bathroom, when he's in the toilet, kids are going over the stall going, Ethan, you making Ethan Crumbles? It's not that clever, but this is high school. They're not, he's not going to high school with Andrew Dice Clay and Sam Kinison. They're just kids. Ethan Crumbley is not supposed to exist. No. Ethan Crumbley is supposed to be like a character in a kid's book of a kid who just gets shit on all the time. Yeah, he's he's the guy who he's Pigpen. Charles, if this was a Charles Schultz character, he would just be called Shit from Mouth. Right? And he would just go around just and just the smell waft. How would you draw that? Would be, Yeah. And Peppermint Patty would be like, oh my God. There would be a book called Ethan Crumbley's Crummy Conniption. Yes. What's it, Yiddish? Conniption? What's a conniption? Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, are you calling the school shooting a conniption? It seems a little dismissive, but I mean, it's fair. I think it works. He had a conniption. Oh, what, he like a tantrum? Sort of. He shot up a school. Interesting choice of words. Maybe we should write Ethan Crumbley's Crummy Conniption to keep this from happening again. I mean, I don't want to put a lot of work into a book and then have the Son of Sam law somehow screw me on my profits. You're not allowed to profit off crimes, right? Oh yeah. So I mean, I don't want this. And usually it's only the guy who is in jail. But with our luck, we're going to be the first people to get screwed over by proxy. Wait, you can't make money off of crimes? How does anyone in true crime make money? That's a good point. The criminal can't make money off his crime. Oh, okay. That's the Son of Sam law, basically. But I have a feeling that, the way the courts are going and just who we are and who you've married, the judge is going to decide, that we're the first Son of Sam by proxy. So, the Ethan Crumbley profits. We'll have to, because here's why it won't work. I'll tell you why. We'd have to pay him likeness rights. So otherwise, no one would publish it. Right. And we can't do that because he's Son of Sam law. It actually might not. Yeah, it might not work. And without the name, what are we going to call it? Shit from Mouth? I just remember reading. Do you remember a kid's book called Alexander's No Good, Very Bad Day? Or yes. Whatever? Yeah. Of course. That's the first thing I thought of. That book actually. Horrible. Terrible. See the terrible day. Something. He's got the orange shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Where are
remember-
my orange shoes? I used to have these orange shoes like that. They were from Stride Right. Look up, do me a favor. Look up cool orange Stride Right sneakers. Oh, I wish I had these fucking sneakers. They were kid sneakers. They were kind of like that. They weren't exactly that, but this orange color. Yeah.
Yeah, these are cool.
It was something like that. I used to have, get this over the screen. We don't need this. But that's the idea. I used to love shoes like that. They made me happy. What happened to my life?
But I just remember that book really helped me understand that sometimes you have a bad day.
So, yeah, well, that kid was kind of a cuck, though.
Maybe Ethan.
That guy he didn't do anything about it. His brothers just got all the best stuff. No, he was right.
Yeah.
And you know what he did? He took it. He went, meh. But, it's like, it's kind of like no one gives it to you. You got to take it. You know who said that? Jack Nicholson in Departed.
Ethan Crumbley.
Ethan Crumbley. Non-servion. Is that actually James Joyce? What does that mean? I guess it means don't serve. I'd rather serve in heaven than serve in hell. No, that's the opposite.
Rule in hell than
serve in heaven.
Yeah.
That reminds me, we were watching Jeopardy, and this woman's like, she said she was like a service technician at a restaurant or something. What'd she call herself? A service professional?
A restaurant service professional.
Call yourself a fucking waitress.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's more endearing to call yourself a waitress.
Yeah. No, everyone likes a Flo.
Yeah.
Hey, Flo, bring me some pie, will you? Thanks, sweetheart. No one says, but if you're like, oh, actually, I'm a service professional. Well, first, I didn't even call you a waitress. So why are you even correcting me?
And now I'm not even going to treat you like a person.
Shut up, tart. And that picture, look, I'm not saying this is the right behavior, what I'm about to describe, but whatever. It is what it is. This is the world you create when you say things like this. This guy happens to be a mafia guy, and he starts shooting the gun at the floor around her. Why do you want your dance service professional? It's wrong, but it never would have happened if you just didn't say that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying she deserved it. I think she didn't get shot. I mean, it's scary. A bullet could ricochet.
Why don't you serve me those feet? You service
your feet stink. You think? I'm just picturing him with the severed foot of a waitress going like, "Can I get this out of mode?"
Calling yourself a restaurant service professional and not a waitress is a real crumbly move.
What happened at school? It got crumbly. I mean, honestly, the kids probably use that all the time. I mean, until this kid did that thing to that school. It was like, it was kind of like, just think about the lamest guy you ever met, and then he does that. It's like, ooh. They expect that. You don't respect it.
Yeah.
It's not commendable. I'm just saying, it's kind of like, wow. It's bold. You can't say it's not bold. I don't know what to say. I mean, is that too positive? Look, bold is not an endorsement.
No.
You know?
You can be bad and bold.
Nazis were bold, right? You can't say Hitler wasn't bold. Right? I mean, it's not a good thing.
I feel like you're doing the thing. You think you're being so careful here, but you're doing the thing that reliably gets people's careers ruined over and over again.
You have to have a career.
That's true. That's true. Prosecute. Oh, okay.
Just imagine just playing the clip over and over. You can't say he wasn't bold.
The four guilty.
Stand by it. I would just never apologize for that. I'd be fine. Play next clip. I'm never apologizing. It's worse. Fat man refuses to apologize.
The four guilty verdicts, one for each student slain at Oxford High School, were returned.
The students that got killed also got charged?
No. She got charged for each student who died.
Oh, I thought it was her and and the students who didn't stop him either.
Right.
I thought they were charging the students for not like recognizing the ones who got killed. And we're charging them in absentia, obviously, for not recognizing the signs either.
This is our new solution. If somebody shoots up a school, everybody goes to jail. Shut down. We turned the school into a prison for everyone who went to this and worked at the school.
And the bodies?
And for everyone who knew the shooter.
And they just throw the bodies in the court in the yard?
Yeah, we dress the bodies up in jumpsuits. And
just leave them in the prison yard until they rot?
Yeah.
Wow. What's the best? You know what that is?
What?
It's bold.
It's bold. Jennifer Crumbley, 45.
45? Wow, that's young. That's a young mom.
Looked down and shook her head slightly.
I'm sorry, it's horrible. But just looked down and shook her head. Like, I can't believe this. I can't fucking believe this.
There's that, just crumbly abdication for you.
As each juror was polled after the verdicts were read. I can't fucking believe this.
On her way out of the courtroom, prosecutor Karen McDonald. That's also a funny name for some reason.
Karen McDonald's.
Karen McDonald. That's a strong name right there,
Yeah.
McDonald.
No, look, I mean, that's a name that starts a fast food empire.
Yeah. Prosecutor Karen McDonald hugged relatives of victims Justin Schilling and Madison Baldwin.
Schilling's not great. Schilling and Madison, but spelled with a Y. Madisyn. It's a lot of weird. This feels like an AI article. Nothing in this article feels real.
Thank you, a man whispered to her.
What?
How do you know? If he whispered it, how do you know?
Yeah, what's going on? This article seems like it was made by AI is not this good yet. This article seems like it was written by who's like a schlock writer.
Who's that one we were reading? Baldacci?
David
Baldacci.
I feel like the government was like, let's just have AI write articles, and it's not working out. Plan B, we get Baldacci. That's why it's called Plan B. We get Baldacci. David Baldacci. He's gonna write articles about school shootings for us. The AP. What's this for? I don't know. This is the kind of thing where the Illuminati just has like a budget every year and they have to spend it, or else the budget gets reduced to the next year. So they gotta spend it so they don't get a smaller budget next year. Maybe we'll get. How about we just get? So this is why it's coming out now. But these things, you know how things go. They get funded, but it takes a month to get it out there. So this is like the end of the year. It's like we got a little bit of a surplus. We got to spend it. How about we get Baldacci to write some articles, some fake articles? What's that going to do? I don't know. Confuse people? Come on.
Baldacci is there. I assume he's in the Writers Guild, but Baldacci has always been their biggest scab.
Yeah.
He comes in. He'll come in when everybody's on strike and just write a bunch of articles for the next 3 years.
He wrote the Seinfeld finale. Everyone hates. When they all go to jail. This is David Baldacci. What is he famous for, David Baldacci? Can you Wikipedia that guy? I think we brought him up. Last year, I picked it up at the airport or something, right? A Baldacci book. David Baldacci. What a dumb name. David Baldacci is an American. Well, yeah. Is an attorney. Oh, it's legal stuff, but it's like Bad Grisham. Mainly writes suspense novels and legal thrillers. He's 63. TV shows,
Sorry.
What do you do?
I'm sorry. I wanted to look up his most famous book.
We'll just click on Wikipedia.
Wait, actually, this is really weird. TV shows 9/11 Science and Conspiracy.
I can't believe you just did that. You're shaking the computer around. I wasn't trying to say that. And then you beat me to the punch? You Baldacci'd me. You crumbled me.
Have you ever seen 9/11 Science and Conspiracy?
No, I haven't. Click on it. Make it full screen.
Experiments with heated steel and thermite illuminate questions about the September 11th attacks.
This is obviously why would he be writing this? He's obviously a shill for the Illuminati. and when they have a budget surplus, they call him. This is what happened.
It was crazy. David Baldacci's most famous book, Memory Man.
Stupid book title.
Absolute Power. Memory Man is a crazy.
Look up Memory Man. What is Memory Man about? Are these just knockoff? Is that just like is that his version of what's that movie? Won the Academy Award. Dustin Hoffman. Rain Man.
Marathon Man?
No, Rain Man. No, I'm not. You're being very literal. No, right? No, Rain Man.
Yeah.
Memory Man.
Memory Man.
Hey, how many matches are in that matchbook? 240. The Memory Man. Click on Memory Man. What's this about?
Memory Man is a crime novel about a man.
Crime novel?
It's a crime novel about a man whose wife, daughter, and brother-in-law were murdered.
Why do they call you the Memory Man? Well, my wife, daughter, and brother were murdered.
And I remember it really well.
Wait, his brother was? Why was his brother with his wife and child? Oh, brother-in-law. Okay.
Yeah, brother-in-law.
I feel like usually you hear about these things like my wife and child were murdered. I'm sorry. The fact that look, just this is the Wikipedia of the book. Like, why wouldn't you add? Why not add that? Well, because in describing the book, you now have to say the wife and daughter and brother-in-law. Just don't have the plot point that the brother-in-law was there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you wrote it that way. It doesn't need to be. If I was the editor, I'd say, well, who's the brother-in-law? It just makes it's cleaner if it's the wife and kid.
It just raises questions.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally normal. It's not like his brother. It's her brother.
Yeah. Still raises questions somehow, though.
It's just why would it's not even questions. Like there's a million reasons why it's fine.
It would be like his wife and daughter and also a coworker were killed.
Yeah, it's just cleaner if it's just wife and child.
Yeah,
it's like of course her brother came over and he was on his way home from work, but like, what's the difference? Just don't have him there. You thought it wasn't enough? You think he wrote like this whole thing where the wife and child were murdered, and he's like, it's missing. It doesn't feel the stakes aren't big enough.
I just don't think I would care about this enough to do all the things this guy did. But maybe
if my wife and child and her brother. Well, that's just crazy. That's just. I mean, I'd have to remember that. I mean, what is
this? Is great. This description looks great.
Amos. This guy's name is Amos Decker.
Yes.
Amos is a performer for professional football. Is there ever been an Amos? Wait, hold on. I'm not trying to be like, but Amos is like a Jewish name, right?
Yeah.
It's like professional football. I mean, there's probably been a few professional football players who were Jewish, but like, it's just fun. Amos.
Amos Decker is a professional football player who was violently hit on his first play.
What is this?
Resulting in severe injuries and changes to his brain. As his football career has ended, Decker becomes a police officer. Because you can totally do that with brain damage, with severe brain damage.
He has severe traumatic brain injury, and they're like, speak up.
And later a successful detective. Yeah, just like becoming a really successful murder detective. That doesn't take
While
much
using
brain
his
power.
newly acquired mental abilities, in parentheses, synesthesia, which is like smelling. Is that when you smell memories or something?
I feel like it's when you smell things you see.
Right, or you see. Yeah, look at that back. Just click it.
It's called, they also call it lying disease.
It's the thing where you professional in which stimulation of one sensory or cognitive pathway leads to involuntary experience of a second. Right. So you see numbers as colors or some horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dumb. It's just what dumb people say when they're trying to get laid at a shitty bar.
Yeah.
I see numbers as colors. Like whatever. But you fail to see the child support letters, right? That you're supposed to give to your kids, payments. Hold on. Wait, this is getting. Wait, what? When was this book written? 20. I thought it was written in the 80s. This is a 2015 book. Here's a weird thing. After a mass shooting at a local high school, Decker is asked to assist in solving the case by local police force he used to work for. It soon becomes apparent that the shooting is somehow related to the killing of his family 18 months before. I feel like you should have led with the fact that his family was killed 18 months earlier.
Is the shooter's name by any chance Ethan Crumbley?
So this is an ex-professional football player who smells numbers and his family's murdered. He's investigating a school shooting, but the most significant thing is like, you know, he's got a pretty good memory. He's the memory man.
Right.
Or is the school shooter the memory man? This is crazy. I mean, honestly, I was a little not nervous because I don't care. If this doesn't exist, I'm like, what's his name? Who's the guy from Red Dawn? Who's like, avenge me?
Oh right.
What's his name?
I don't know, but
look up Red Dawn, avenge me. Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh, okay.
I'm like Harry Dean Stanton in Last Temptation of Christ. If Baldacci didn't exist, I'd invent him. Right? That's a line. He plays Paul. Don't worry about it. It's a good line. It's good.
If God didn't exist, people would have.
Well, if Jesus didn't exist, he'd invent. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah. It's a great pull if you saw the movie. If not,
yeah,
I can't help you. So the point is, but I was kind of thinking like, is Baldacci that bad? Is this gonna play like the idea that Baldacci is a stupid writer? I can't believe this is what we found. And this is his most famous book. I thought he's been around forever. And his biggest book is from 2015.
Yeah, it's apparently
there's no Pelican Brief in his repertoire. There's no like The Firm, you know.
I don't think he's quite that huge. But
like Grisham wrote a bunch of books, like 30 books, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's a pretty good writer. You know, he's not James Joyce. You know, he's not a pretentious idiot. But you know, he's. But everyone knows what did Grisham write? The Firm, The Pelican Brief. You know, those are his big ones. Michael Crichton, Jurassic Park, Congo. You have other ones.
Sure.
Baldacci, what did he write? Memory Man. What's the one he wrote last year? Slurpee Sludge. I don't know. He just writes this shit and it just gets bigger and bigger. We just ship them to China. We don't know. It's all a scam. The Illuminati just like prints these things for him. They pretend like the Chinese government bought like 1 billion copies, and somehow he's the biggest writer in the world. Baldacci is fucking wrote in the. Oh my god, this is crazy how synchronistic this is.
Yeah. We should do a review of Memory Man.
We have to. If you sign up for the Patreon, we're gonna read the Memory Man. How long is this book? 432 pages.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen to a fair bit of Audible. They refuse to sponsor the podcast, but I listen to a fair bit of Audible.com. I would assume that's about like 15 hours, 20 hours.
Yeah. Something
So the next 20 episodes of the Patreon, we're gonna be reading line by line the Memory Man. Sign up now. This is insane. It's just insane. I'll go back to the story, I guess. The school, the mother. This is why this woman's being charged.
She's being charged because of Memory Man.
Jennifer. Oh, and James Crumbley. What happened to James Crumbley though?
Yeah.
Jennifer. Wait, James Crumbley wasn't charged? Jennifer and James Crumbley were the first parents in the U.S. to be charged in a mess. I mean,
It's kind of funny that it's like if you walk out on your kid, you can't be held accountable for anything they do legally.
Look, I know I'm a deadbeat dad, but I sure as hell didn't unlock his gun.
Jennifer and James Crumbley were the first parents in the U.S. to be charged in a mass school shooting committed by their child. Oh, James Crumbley faces trial in March. Okay.
Oh, but it's interesting that they were being tried separately. Do you think that was his request?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe he thinks he has a stronger case than her.
Yeah. I feel it's necessary, and I'm happy with the verdict. It's still a sad situation. It'd be funny if this was James Crumbley saying this.
Right.
It's still a sad situation to be in. It's got to stop. It's an accountability, and this is what we've been asking for a long time now, Schilling said. What, to charge the parents? This seems crazy, honestly.
Yeah,
this honestly seems a bit crazy.
I think they're just desperate for anything, for anybody to pay any kind of price.
Well, now I don't care. Now I couldn't imagine anything turning me against the victim's parents in a school shooting.
Yeah,
but I don't know. This is starting to be like maybe
it's possible what she did was really egregious.
Yeah, let's look at the facts. I guess a gag order by the judge prevented McDonald and defense attorney Shannon Smith from speaking to reporters on the morning of November 30th, 2021. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
School staff members We're concerned about a violent drawing of a gun. A drawing of a gun? Was he wearing a Kump gun hand T-shirt? Still available. Link on the bottom.
Well, maybe we don't have to advertise it in this context.
Bullet of a gun, bullet, and wounded man, accompanied by desperate phrases. Well, like, please fuck me? Like, what's desperate? What? Why am I? I'm not the one who did this. I'm not Crumbley. How am I the bad guy? On Ethan Crumbley's math assignment.
That is weird.
It's a crazy play. It's not like he wrote like a short story for his English class. It's like, hey, can you find the can you factor the what do you factor? Equations? Can you factor these equations? He's just drawing like a gun. Yeah,
math shouldn't flow so easily into violent thoughts. If they ask you to write a poem, you might write some weird shit.
Yeah. Hey, find the lowest common denominator.
Shooting people.
It's not wrong. His parents were called to the school for a meeting, but they didn't take the boy home.
They were just like, we don't want him.
Well, I don't understand. They were called to school for a meeting, but they didn't take. Were they supposed to?
Yeah, were they asked to?
Like, it's usually not an option. Like, I don't understand. Like, take the boy home. I can't. I gotta work, probably, right? It's probably
maybe that's not like it's a fault on their part, but it's like, did they suspend him? Like, what's
the... like, he's suspended. It's like, well, he can't stay here. It's like a bar. Like, you have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
School.
If I found that in a kid's math assignment, I feel like it's on the school to, like, you gotta go home for the day at least.
Yeah.
Like,
what's that gonna do anyway? Hopefully, are they hoping he kills himself? Probably. That's probably... What else could they be hoping for? They're hoping he, like, solves their problem for them. School, look, I'll say this. As someone who got kicked out of high school, now, in this case, the kid's not the victim.
Mm.
But the school's never, like, got the kid's interest at heart.
Yeah.
I wasn't someone who would do this. I wasn't Crumbley. But they acted like I was. I resent that.
They treated you like a Crumbley.
They treated me like a Crumbley, and I resent that to this day. I mean, he's like, oh, how am I the only one who got kicked out for this kind of stuff? And my thing was a joke.
Everybody else slides.
Yeah, but everyone else is actually doing it. It's not even funny. My thing was hilarious, and somehow I'm the one who go. Why am I always caught? Why am I always taking the burden? But
the fact that you were treated like a Crumbley and didn't become one is kind of it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just look. Am I a hero? Yes. Yes, I am. Please give me money. I'm a hero. Someone pay me. Why don't I get like a grant for being a hero? A key to the city. A lifetime supply of meat that I could either use or sell. I'm not asking for like a whole side of beef every week. I'm just like, a local butcher gives me a pound of beef every week. That's nice. It's one less thing to buy. Things like that. Everything adds up, but no one gives me anything.
Yeah.
I do so much for the world. A few hours later, Ethan Crumbley pulled a handgun from his backpack and shot 10 students and a teacher.
A few hours after that?
Wow. No one to check the backpack.
That's a tight turnaround.
I mean, that's a lot. Did any of them die? The gun was the 6-hour 9mm his father had purchased with him just 4 days earlier. Yeah, honestly, they really buried the lead with the story.
Yeah.
His parents do seem bad. This seems really dumb, just negligent. But also, I feel like the principal and the teacher should also be charged. Like, everyone here was like, does he have a gun? Can someone check if he has a gun?
Yeah, the first thing you should do is go, so does he have a gun?
Right.
Like, it's like, can he get one? Like, and then remove it.
Yeah, I'll be, you be Crumbley. And I'll be like a teacher. You're Jennifer Crumbley in this situation.
Okay.
All right, so you got a weird one. You know that. I gotta tell you sounds weird.
Yeah, he has an imagination.
You lost the good kid lottery. I'll tell you that much. Let me ask you though. This is I myself they thought I was gonna be a Crumbley. It turned out not to be, but so I'm not trying to assume he's definitely gonna be a Crumbley.
He is a Crumbley. His name is Crumbley.
Right. Oh, yeah, I meant that metaphor. You know, the expression, you know, once a Crumbley, always a Crumbley, you know.
There's an expression?
Yeah, we use it around here. So let me ask you.
No.
What's the gun situation at your house?
Oh, he has a gun. He likes it.
Does he have it on him?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
We should realize, get the cop that hangs around waiting to shoot the kids. Can you help us this time? I know he waits around trying to plant drugs on kids. Can he help us though?
That sniper who stands on the roof of our school.
Oh man!
Have Spain all day. Could you get him down there?
If this is a simulation, what are we simulating?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, what is simulation theory? How does that explain anything? Who would pay to simulate this? What does it serve? What is it? This is like when we this is like, if it's a simulation, it's the equivalent of like, hey, can you make an AI Tom Holland with the cat body? Spider cat? He's Spider-Man, but he's a cat. Make that. That's a simulation. This is so fucked. Outside the courthouse, the jury forewoman who declined to give her name. Wait, can we have her name? I thought they weren't allowed to ask the jury's name.
What kind of creep is doing this? Is working on this story that people don't want to talk to him?
Yeah.
That he has to interpret. He has to interpret what people are whispering to each other.
Hey, what's your name? What? I thought you were. I thought that is the jury so unprotected? What is jury's duty in this country? That you, I mean. Don't they give you at least let you walk out the back door? You gotta walk up to the reporters like, hey, what's your name? Bye. You know, it's like, what if you were like convicting John Gotti?
You whisper any secrets today?
The jury forewoman who declined to give her name said jurors were influenced by evidence that Jennifer Crumbley was the last adult to possess the gun. That really hammered it home, she told reporters. Seems like the least relevant point.
So what? Well, so what? She used it to
fucking proceed with it.
She used it to cook eggs in the morning, and then she ended it back to him. She somehow used it to cook eggs.
Oh, I thought she was doing like sex stuff with it.
She used it. Sex stuff is like too, but I just imagine her using the gun to break eggs.
Well, she didn't mean to. She's like, where's the goddamn the thing that you beat the eggs with? The whisk. Where's my whisk? I'll just use this. I mean, if that was the case, though.
And Crumbley's just holding it to his head, and she's like, here, give me that for a second.
I mean, if that's the case, and it still was able to shoot all those kids and students, that's a good gun. Because guns get jammed pretty easily. So if you were like, I mean, eggs are gummy. If she did that with the eggs and it still shot 10 people.
I disagree. I think it's a bad gun.
Well, whatever. It's an effective gun. It's a bold. Can I say it's a bold gun? I don't know, man. Let me see. Wait, was that her?
Yeah. That's
wait. Which one? Oh, hold on. Left. Oh, the attorney. Oh, the attorney's not bad looking. She's kind of got a weird expression right now. Oh no, the mom is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she seems like she's like, you know, broke out of looks like she broke out of a prison under a Denny's. Like someone was holding her hostage under a Denny's for 10 years.
Look, she looks like the kind of person.
What's what I'm saying?
Who would give her kid a gun to play with?
Well, she doesn't look at the kind of, like 6 hours not a cheap gun, probably.
Yeah.
Was that Austrian?
But also, it's like kind of like.
Seems like I mean, she doesn't seem like. I mean, I'm being a little biased here. She could be like an unattractive, wealthy person, but I don't get the vibe that she'd be like, get the 6 hour. It's like a nice gun.
Right.
I think. I don't know a lot about guns. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Austrian.
Well, I'm pretty sure like she was
look
the
up
last
6
one.
hour. But I thought that was his mom, the lawyer.
What do I look up?
6 hour. It's 6 hour. Yeah.
9mm.
Sure. But I just want to know 6 hour though. Was it an Austrian gun maker? No, I don't want a picture. Look up. This one. I didn't want 9mm. You added the 9mm. I said sure. I should have held my ground. That's funny. There we go. Wikipedia. Swiss or German?
It looks German.
Is German. It's a German gun maker. That's a German gun. She bought him a German gun. That pig brought him a German gun.
Yeah.
Pig of a woman.
Well, she was the last one to have it. The dad brought him the gun.
Oh, okay. The dad loves him. Look, I don't know if my son should have a gun, but he's getting the gun. It's a German one.
But also, it's like, look, they both seem like horrible people.
I don't know enough about the dad to say that.
They both seem pretty awful, but like, and just flippant and aloof.
Yeah.
But about their son's mental health issues. But also, it's like, are you allowed to get a gun for a kid or not? I mean, like, it's like nobody seems to like. It seems like in this place it seems like at least in where is this, Michigan?
I don't know what you're doing. I gotta disagree with you here. You said this earlier, and I kind of agree with it, but now we know more about them. I don't know if I agree with the nihilism of like, look, the world's pretty bad. So like, what is it? Once you buy the gun, what's the difference?
No, but I'm saying
act whatever you want.
I'm just saying that's just make that not legal then. Maybe that's just not fuck around with like letting 15-year-olds own guns. Like,
look, I don't know if I'm a libertarian anymore because I'm like, look, they're not gonna fix anything.
Yeah. When
you do something this dumb, just go put them in jail. I don't care.
Yeah.
Bad parents. Hey, it's a Sig Sauer. He loves it. I don't know what this is. What's the legal precedent? What are you talking about? Yeah. It's like going to like the Terminator future with the robots, and they're like, oh, but what about where's the fault line? Is this area code? Is this zoned for? Is this garbage heap zoned for a rebel base? What? I don't know.
How do we balance each individual Terminator's rights against another individual Terminator's rights?
What are we doing? We're gonna start getting picky now about like liberty. Whatever.
What is the line with RoboCops
or Crumbleys? Well, that was a bold episode.
That was a bold episode.
Thanks so much for tuning in. And don't forget, like I mentioned 16 times before, we have a Patreon. You can join. You're allowed to. We encourage it.
And there are more bold episodes on the Patreon.
More than bold. And that's patreon.com/Ray Kump. Extra episodes every week, $5 a month. Pretty good. So you can do that if you like it. And otherwise, if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.